in the dark. Find me in the dark.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Find Me in the Dark. I am your host, Eric Phillips, along with my co-host, Robert Prestige.
What's going on, guys?
So we got micro episode number 11, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm almost positive. I don't know exactly, but it is going to be about the Pulse Nightclub massacre.
Since, once again, you're not doing your machete guy.
Yeah, but it's a current story that,
Yeah.
and it's not a machete, dude. It's a fucking samurai sword.
I'm
If you
sorry,
don't get it
whatever
right,
it is.
if you don't get it right, you can get out. That's how I feel about it. But it's just the thing is that it's an ongoing story, and really all they have is that two people, like basically chopped a guy up with a samurai sword.
Oh, okay.
So that would be like a 5-minute story of me being like, and scene. Like,
And
that's
we're going to have like a 40-minute micro today.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we've got like, I don't even know, like 12 minutes worth of audio from the 911 calls and all that stuff. And then our last micro was Phil Hartman, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then the wide release was the last installment of the Domestic Terror.
Which is kind of weird because this kind of goes along those lines too.
It does. It's, it's just one of those things that sometimes I get into specific types of crime. And this, I don't know why, I can't remember why it came up, but I went on like this deep dive where I was listening to the 911 calls, and it was just so harrowing that I just...
Yeah, this whole thing is just, it's crazy to me, man. It's super sad. Well, we are doing a big thing soon, huh? Another... Hopefully 3 parts. Right?
Oh, it's going to be... I would assume... I don't know yet. It's definitely going to be 2 parts. Because... we have to cover... for the Mayhem series, which if you guys don't know who they are, they're a Norwegian black metal band from... well, obviously Norway is a Norwegian black metal band. But from... They were like really prominent in the early 90s and late 80s when they started that up. And it's a story that it sounds made up. You know what I mean? And
see, and I don't really know much about it. Like, you talk to me about it every once in a while, but like I honestly haven't read into it yet.
Oh, so. Dude, it's crazy. Like I said, we're gonna go through suicide, church burnings, and multiple murders.
That's so crazy.
And it's all in like
one band,
all in a few years.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm kind of excited to dive into it. I know a lot of our fans are like super excited about it too. So
yeah, and our friend Steven is going to help us. If you were able to get a degree in black metal, he would be a doctor by now.
Yeah.
Like, he is the Dr. Black Metal.
That's
I mean, he's got all the things. He's got long hair. Okay, I'm pretty sure his profile picture is black and white, and he plays Dungeons and Dragons. So
does he write his name in pixie sticks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's he hangs out in the woods during the winter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
okay,
howling at the moon and
we definitely picked the right guy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I had to go find him in the woods, but he's coming out and he's going to record this. It's going to be a big series, man, and it's something that we're really interested because we grew up in like the metal scene and stuff like that, and I feel like there was just a movie released about it, but it was dog shit. Yeah. Like it was so just. I don't know how you could fuck up that story, but they fucked it up. And So we're going to fix it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. But today, like I said, we are going to do the Pulse Nightclub shooting, which is really, truly horrific. And, yeah, so I say we just get it going. What do you think, Rob?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Find Me in the Dark contains graphic content that may not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
29-year-old Omar Mateen was born in 1986 in New York after his parents immigrated to the States from Afghanistan in the early 1980s. Shortly after Mateen was born, the family relocated to Port St. Lucie, Florida, a city located 2 hours outside of Orlando. Mateen had a dream to one day become a law enforcement officer. In 2006, he enrolled in the Indian River State College, where he would earn a degree in criminal justice technology.
After receiving his criminal justice degree, he began working for the Florida Department of Corrections, where he would be assigned to the Martin Correctional Institution. Days after the Virginia Tech mass shooting, Mateen made comments to his correctional officer training class, stating that he would bring a gun to the class.
Warden P.H. Skipper heard about the comments and released a statement saying, "In light of the tragic events at Virginia Tech, Officer Mateen's inquiry about bringing a weapon to class is at best extremely disturbing." Days after Mateen made the comment, he was involuntarily dismissed from the Corrections Officer Training Program and would never become a certified corrections officer.
A short time after being dismissed, Omar was hired by the global security company by the name of G4S, where he would serve as a licensed security officer. In September of 2011, Omar was able to obtain a license to legally own a firearm. Before being officially hired by G4S, the company ran an extensive background check and psych evaluation and was ultimately cleared and declared mentally competent.
In 2013, he was given another evaluation, resulting in the same determination. Mateen was assigned to work as a security guard at the St. Lucie Courthouse, where his fellow employees would report him for making multiple disturbing comments. Mateen claimed to have ties to multiple Islamic terrorist groups such as Al-Qaeda and Hezbollah.
Due to his comments, the FBI launched a 10-month investigation, prompting Mateen to be placed on the official watch list. In March of 2013, after the investigation was complete and no connections were uncovered, he was removed from the list. In July of 2014, FBI agents again looked into Mateen and his history in an attempt to find any connection to Moner Mahad Abu Salah, a suicide bomber that attacked Syria earlier in 2014.
Once again, they were unable to find any evidence that Mateen and the bomber were connected, so the investigation ceased. The signs were there, out in the open, for all to see, but somehow, Mateen was able to slip through the hands of the FBI multiple times. This failure of the system would result in a tragedy so unimaginable that it would destroy the lives of hundreds of people and spark a debate on gun violence nationwide. Okay, so now that we have met Omar Mateen, and we've kind of got a background on him, we can kind of just
Dissect it a little bit.
dissect it, discuss a little bit about his past. I mean, the thing is that we didn't... Listen, this is a micro episode, so we didn't go super fucking deep into this, but
True.
if you go super deep into it, you see stuff in grade school that's, like, concerning,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's, you know...
Yeah, and he's like, something we didn't even talk about was, you had used steroids a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And he said something about him smoking weed and how that would be... That's not a problem.
Yeah, no.
I don't see anybody... I've never smoked weed and been like, man, I got to shoot the fuck out of a lot of it.
Right.
It never happens.
Yeah, but roid rage,
Yeah, maybe.
you know.
You would have to have some sort of psychological issues before that. And obviously...
Well, I know, and what his girlfriend was quoted as calling him bipolar multiple times.
Yeah, which...
Or it was his first wife, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Let me
and it's
retract that.
yeah. I mean, there's something else because there's so many bipolar people, and there's two in this room, and there's only two people in this fucking room.
That is true.
And I've never thought of killing anybody
No, me neither.
out loud. But I think, listen, there's a lot of people that get into law enforcement for the right reasons. You know, there's a ton. I would say majority. Okay, but I'm skeptical of this guy. His reason, I think it's a power trip.
I agree with you.
And I think he wants a license to kill. You know, and
which thankfully, they kind of realized that too.
They
well,
did.
I mean, I don't think they realized that part, but I mean, thankfully that he actually wasn't able to complete everything and become
thankfully
an officer.
he's a total nutcase and was just talking about bringing weapons like after Virginia Tech,
yeah.
you know, to make those comments. Like, I don't know the context, but I'm assuming he was saying he was going to bring it to fuck people up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was saying I'm going to bring this gun in here to protect myself from somebody else, because obviously it probably wouldn't have got reported if that was the case.
Right.
And then his just open comments about the ties with Al Qaeda and Hezbollah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, what weirds me out about that is that a lot of people claim to be tied to Al Qaeda, right? A lot of people do, but Hezbollah is not something that you hear people claiming
very
a lot.
often. Yeah, you're
you
right.
know, and it's so when I hear that stuff, I'm like, shit, maybe this is something we should probably watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you know, the FBI. How does that go, Rob? How do you think the FBI investigations went?
Oh, let's see. He didn't do anything wrong. So you know what? Let's just let him be.
And me and you were talking about it when we wrote this, that it's a running theme of FBI investigating the kid from Sandy Hook, the kid from Parkland. There's a few more. I can't remember off the top of my head, but these people are being investigated, and then they're just like, they're good.
Yeah, they didn't do anything wrong. They're
Yeah,
all right.
and maybe that's a hard thing to determine just off,
I'm guessing.
you know, if they don't show a red flag in that 10 minutes that you're with them, you know, whatever.
Well,
but,
then you're worried about profiling somebody or something like that. I guess I don't know. I really don't know.
but at least
really don't know.
if it's somebody that's being investigated, they should not be able to have a license to carry a firearm.
I
anymore.
agree with you
If
there.
you know, and then passing all these mental screenings. And one of the other things that we didn't mention, because I wanted to save it for this little script break here, is that he was saying crazy shit during these things. Like, sometimes my soul leaves my body. Yeah.
That's a red flag.
What?
Yeah.
And then he said, I have thoughts so dark that I can't talk about them.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Like, who is doing this?
No.
Who is doing this, man? Who is the person sitting across from him like, yeah, me too, high five. You got the job, motherfucker.
It's,
Like,
oh my god.
but yeah, man. That's basically this guy's shortened version of a background with his obvious insanity. And now we're going to get into the worst part.
All right. Here we go. It is now the early morning of June 12th, 2016, Latin night at Pulse Nightclub in Orlando, Florida. It is 2 a.m. and the club is packed to the ceiling with people, enjoying the music, dancing with each other, and drinking throughout the night. The bartender calls last call as people pack through the bar and get their final drinks for the evening. Shortly after last call, at around 2:02 a.m., clubgoers hear 4 loud bangs that sound like gunshots.
They initially disregarded the sounds, as it was a normal occurrence for the DJ to add gunshot sound effects over the track for dramatic effect. Shortly after the first 4 bangs were heard, 20 more loud bangs rang out in quick succession. It was at this moment that the patrons realized this was not normal. Shots continued to be fired, one after another, non-stop. Bodies began hitting the floor, dozens at a time. Blood was spraying through the air, covering everyone in the club.
Panicked clubgoers rushed for the exit, or for a safe place to hide, not knowing exactly where these shots were coming from. At 2:04 a.m., off-duty police officer Adam Gruler, who was working extra duty as a security guard, hears the shots and immediately runs towards the sound after calling for backup. After locating the shooter, who was seen shooting 2 people that were attempting to escape through an emergency exit, Officer Gruler pulled out his service weapon and opened fire on the suspect.
Mateen returned fire with his SIG semi-automatic rifle. Officer Gruler was forced to fall back after quickly coming to the realization that he was significantly outgunned. 2 officers arrive on scene and join Gruler in the fight with Mateen. Mateen retreated to one of the club's bathrooms, where he would hold multiple people hostage. After Mateen retreated to the bathroom, this gave police an opportunity to evacuate the remaining patrons. 911 calls began to flood the Orlando police station.
And you said you heard gunshots?
Yes, like
How many shots did you hear?
more than 10. I can tell you. For
More
sure.
than 10? Okay, and did you hear anything after the gunshots?
No.
No?
As soon as I heard that, we ran.
Okay.
We were leaving the club, and then as soon as we left, gunshots were just going like crazy.
Are you near Pulse Nightclub?
No, I'm home. My son is stuck in the bathroom down there, and I got him on the other phone. I called before, but they called the dispatchers, and all the lines were busy.
Ma'am, the phones have rolled over to the sheriff's office. They've got multiple officers and deputies on scene working the call right now, okay? Is he injured in any way, do you know?
Okay.
Ma'am, what I need him to do is just stay where he is. Don't go anywhere or do anything until the deputies and officers clear the area, okay? Just have him stay where he is.
Okay.
Okay, they've got, like I said, multiple deputies and OPD officers on scene, okay? Just tell him to stay where he is, stay tight, and follow the officers and deputies' directions.
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Not directly here, but I'm hearing gunshots all over the place.
Okay, yes, we've got an active incident going on. Do you have any information? Like, did you see anything or anything?
I have seen a white car drive by our house twice now, I believe, at least that I've actually seen.
Okay. Do you think this car is involved, or do you just think it's suspicious?
No, I would say it's involved in some form.
A shot just hit the door of the place that I'm working in.
A shot hit your door? All right, let me try and get OPD back on the line. We're getting several calls. They're getting flooded with it.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Over there, he told me that he cannot get off over there, that he's getting late.
Where is he right now?
He's over there. He said he cannot get off.
Did he say where he is? Like, physically inside there?
He's in the second floor.
Well, I'm calling about my brother because he's in there.
What's your brother's name?
His name is, and when he called us, he was in the bathroom, and he said that there's a lot of dead people, and I don't know.
Okay, I understand. We are in the club. We're searching for everybody. We're pulling victims out. Please just have patience. How old is he?
He's 20.
He was in the bathroom?
Yeah, he was in the bathroom with some other people.
Listen, please be patient. It's going to take a while before we, figure out where everybody's at, okay? As soon as we find them, I'm going to take your information, and we're going to call you.
Hi. Suppose there was a shooting in Pulse, Orlando, and on social media we've seen it. One of our friends sent us a text and said that he's been shot and he's in the bathroom and no one sees him.
Did he say anything else?
Yeah, that's all he said. All he said is he was in the bathroom and they walked right by him.
The message, we called him because he posted on Facebook that he had got shot. So we said, is everything okay? He said, got shot 3 times. We said, where are you? And the response was, in bathroom. Tell them to check the bathroom. I don't even know what's going on. I just saw it all on social media, and that's why we reached out to him, because we knew he was there.
I just got home from the Club Pulse. It's a gay club on Orange Ave. It's 1912 South Orange Avenue.
Yeah.
I got home. My friends were texting me and telling me that there was a shooting going on. A lot of my friends got shot. They were in the bathroom. They told me to call somebody. The cops are not with them. My friend got shot 3 times. Nobody's helping him. I'm home. I'm not at the club. I can't do nothing.
Okay, so you're not there any longer. So you're at home,
no,
and your friend is in the bathroom, and he has been shot.
He said he got shot 3 times.
Okay. Okay, deputies are there.
There's multiple people in there. I'm shooting people.
There's a lot of people, yes. There's a lot of people, and they're working on it. So you left before the shooting?
Yeah, once I got home, I left like around 15 minutes before the shooting. I got home, like 10 minutes later, I got calls from all my friends asking if I'm okay. They told me what happened. Now, I called all my friends to make sure what happened, and my friend told me he got shot 3 times. He's in the bathroom for me to help. I'm not there. I can't do nothing.
Only one bathroom there, or there's more than one?
No, there's 3 of them.
Do you know which one he's at? Did he say?
I have no idea. I tried to say bye to him when I left. I couldn't find him, so I left home. There's 3 of them.
My brother just texted me right now. He says he's in there, and there's been a shooting, and there's a lot of people dead.
We are working an incident at the Pulse Nightclub. Where's your brother located in the club? Did he say?
No. I've been trying to text, but he said he can't talk.
The shooting that's going on downtown, my ex-girlfriend is hiding in the bathroom at the club Pulse. She said there's people hiding in the bathroom there, she's in there, and there's dead people there. My girlfriend is hiding on the club Pulse, where people are shot and dead, and there's like 18 people hiding in the bathroom. Are you guys sending anybody there?
We have a lot of deputies there. We're trying to get everybody else safe. We have SWAT inside going inside each building. Did she text you? Each room. Did she text you anything else? Or?
No. All she texted me, there's like 18 people, 2 are dead, and they're in the bathroom. She doesn't know if it's a female or male bathroom, and they're all scared to death, and they all think they're going to die. She's saying that the shooters are there.
She's saying the shooter's in the bathroom with her?
No, all she texts me right now is that she's saying that the shooters are here. The shooters are here. So I don't know if they're in the bathroom with her now or if they're just in the club.
My brother is in there. His position right now is in the unisex bathroom. He's telling me there's already 4 dead in there.
And you said he's telling you that there were 4 dead there?
Yeah, and there are a lot of them that are wounded in there.
Okay.
And there's already 4 dead.
They need to shelter where they are. And if the suspect is there, he needs to keep himself safe. So if he needs to put the phone down so he doesn't see that he has the phone, then that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, he's like going on and off, on and off. I guess he's hiding the phone or whatever.
Right, probably. That's probably the case.
There's the Pulse Nightclub. My girlfriend's in the bathroom. There are now 4 dead in the bathroom and 2 shot. They're bleeding now. If somebody doesn't get there soon, they're going to die. It's the 5th time I'm calling you guys and telling you the same information, and it's been over half an hour now, and there's no
Did she say, did you find out which bathroom she's in?
She doesn't know. She ran into a bathroom. She doesn't know if it's female or male. She doesn't know if it's the back of the club or in the front of the club. All she knows is now there's 4 dead, and there's 2 shots. They're bleeding out. They're about to die.
Yes, my son was shot in the club in the Pulse in Orlando, and he's still in the bathroom when he's bleeding. He got shot, and nobody's going in for him.
Do you know which bathroom he's in?
He's in the Pulse. He's in the club. He's in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, I understand. There's several bathrooms, though. Do you know which one he's in?
I don't know what bathroom, no.
Okay.
Nobody's going in for him.
No, we do have lots of help out there. They're trying to get into the place.
I know.
Okay, and do you know where he was shot at?
I don't know where he was shot. No, I don't know. There's a friend of his that's a doctor, and she's studied for a doctor, and she's there with him.
Okay, is she trying to control the bleeding?
Yes, she's trying to control the bleeding in that.
Okay, are you still talking?
Where's the medic?
At 2:18 a.m., SWAT team was called in to assist, according to the FBI files. Shortly after being called, SWAT and local law enforcement arrived on scene and began devising a plan to make entry. At 2:35 a.m., Mateen made his first of many calls to 911.
Emergency 911, this is Dr. Lines being recorded. What?
I want to let you know I'm in Orlando, and I did the shooting.
What's your name?
My name is, I pledge of allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi of the Islamic State. By the way, there's some vehicles outside that have some bombs, just to let you know. Your people are going to get it, and I'm going to ignite it if they try to do anything stupid.
Okay, I understand that, and I'll pass that along. Can you tell me what vehicle? Because I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
No. Well, you need to know that they need to stop bombing Syria and Iraq. The U.S. is collaborating with Russia, and they're killing innocent women and children, okay?
I hear what you're saying.
My homeboy, Tamerlan Tsarnaev, did his thing on the Boston Marathon. My homeboy, Munir Abu Salha, did his thing, okay? So now it's my turn, okay?
At 2:48 a.m., 3:03 a.m., and 3:24 a.m., Mateen was in contact with crisis negotiators. During this time, Mateen was using his cell phone to search Facebook and other news outlets for information about the shooting. He also called his wife and a close friend. At 4:21 a.m., police were able to remove an air conditioning unit from one of the club's windows and help survivors escape the building.
Around 5 a.m., police decided to breach a cinder block wall with explosive charges in an armored vehicle. The hostages in the bathroom heard the police calling for them to get away from the wall as they were set to detonate the explosives and make entry. Mateen heard these calls and decided to open fire, shooting 3 more hostages before the police made entry.
The explosive successfully destroyed the wall, making a large opening for the hostages to escape through. People began climbing through the hole, followed by Mateen, who emerged from the opening with a pistol and assault rifle. Police opened fire on Mateen, officially reporting at 5:15 a.m. that the suspect was down. At 5:53 a.m., a tweet from the Orlando Police Department stated that the shooter was deceased.
Get the hands up! Come on, boy! This way! This way!
Let's go!
Right
Just go! Just go!
The 11 hours of new videos made public today showed the chaos and carnage of that horrible night.
I see shadows moving in here.
As police first responders try to save the wounded and hunt down the killer. Next week marks 1 year since the attack, and the images come as memories and emotions in Orlando are still raw.
I could look in their eyes and see that they had seen something they had never ever seen before.
That weekend would begin in tragedy on Friday night and would only get worse.
Emergency 911, this is Joe on a recorded line.
Somebody just open fire at the front of the line!
Our officers responded to a nightclub shooting where Christina Grimmie was shot and killed.
24 hours later, another killer was waiting, driving to Orlando from his home 2 hours away, heading into the city on Interstate 4, heavily armed. The target, the Pulse Nightclub, a popular spot in the city's gay community. Inside, it was Latin night.
Our regulars were out, having a good time.
We were all in a great mood. We were in the club dancing.
1 or 2 minutes after alcohol was done, all of a sudden there was a shot.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
An off-duty police detective working security at Pulse, Adam Gruler, radioed in.
Shots fired! 1912 South Orange Avenue. Shots fired. Multiple down. Signal 43 on Patrol East.
What does that mean?
Emergency assistance. We need you 5 minutes ago.
Less than 90 seconds after the signal 43 goes out, backup units begin to arrive.
Everybody, whoa! Hey, over here!
Including one officer from the bicycle patrol downtown, Graham Cage.
I heard the emergency call, and I just jumped on my bike and went as quick as possible.
This newly released video comes from the body cam worn by Officer Cage as he arrived at the nightclub.
That's where they are. I see shadows moving in here.
You ran in there where there's an active shooter. You didn't have heavy body armor, did you?
What you see I'm wearing right now, just a light vest, and that's it.
Stay right behind you.
Hey, what do you know?
Anything else she's whispering. Police emergency, Natasha, your call's recorded. Okay, tell me did you see the shooter inside of the club?
No, but they're talking.
What are they saying? Can you make out the words?
No, please, they're gonna kill us.
Right when we were about to go in, we're still hearing shots.
All right, it opens up behind the fence. It opens up.
Hey, show me your hands.
Show us your hands.
Is there anybody else in here?
Show us your hands.
I got his hands. Please help. Come out.
All right, come on.
Come out.
We're policemen.
Come out. Hurry up.
Come on.
Hey, one coming out, hands up. Tell them hands up.
Hands up. We got one coming out. What are we doing now?
Getting more.
Okay.
Just trying to get him out right now.
The bullets missed Jackie Sevilla, but hit the 2 friends she was standing with, one mortally.
He had a gunshot wound to his chest. That's when I saw that he was injured. He was non-responsive.
Bodies dead and wounded everywhere. Those images were blacked out by police, as required by Florida law.
Those first few officers that get there need to go to that scene, go to the building, and get in and engage that shooter.
Chase after the shooter.
That's correct.
Police training calls for officers to head straight to the active shooter, even if it means going past the victims.
Any more victims in here?
A person reached up and asked for help. But at that point, we didn't know where the shooter was, if he was detained, if he was deceased, or what was going on. So as much as I wanted to help him, I could not help him until We knew for sure.
You had to walk away from the victim?
Yes.
This is going to be astronomical numbers, man.
We continued down the southeast side, stepping over bodies, and then as I look to my right, I see two of our officers start shooting down the hallway.
Suspect barricaded inside with multiple hostages. They have multiple people down, shot inside behind the bar.
They saw him, they saw a threat, and they engaged that threat.
And then what happened to the shooter?
He holed up inside a bathroom inside the business.
We have routine in the bathroom inside. Lord Jesus, watch over me.
Now the Orlando SWAT team is in place, led by Major Mark Canty.
This kind of went very quickly from an active shooter to what we call a barricaded gunman to a hostage situation.
So did you decide just to go in and get him?
No.
It was a decision that would later be criticized by some, as it would take 3 hours for police to gain full control and get all the wounded back to safety.
Let's go!
Chief John Mina, in the command post that night, says it was the right call.
We were in there saving people from the dance floor, from dressing rooms, from the other bathroom. In fact, we took 22 people out of the front bathroom. Once we were inside that club, there were no more gunshots until the final assault.
But the shooter was still inside, cornered and dangerous.
Emergency 911, this is Dr. Lines being recorded. What?
I want to let you know I'm in Orlando, and I did the shooting.
A half hour after he first opened fire, the shooter calls into the Orlando Police Department Dispatch Center.
Okay. What's your name?
I pledge my allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi Hafidullah on behalf of the Islamic State.
She asked him to repeat what he was saying.
What's your name?
I pledge my allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi Hafidullah on behalf of the Islamic State.
The dispatcher said, you need to hear this call.
Sergeant Andy Brennan, a trained hostage negotiator, was working an off-duty detail at a bar downtown that night when he responded to the Signal 43 call at Pulse and headed to the dispatch center.
So I went, and sure enough, 5 minutes later, this shooter calls in.
Where are you at?
In Orlando.
Where in Orlando?
The shooter hung up, as he would again and again that night.
Chilling. I said, let's call, and so we made our first call immediately from that dispatcher's station.
Hello there. Hi there, this is Orlando Police. Who am I speaking with, please?
You're speaking with the person who pledged his allegiance to the Islamic State, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi Hafidullah.
We wanted to confirm that we had, in fact, the person that was inside. And you can start to hear the serious tone in his voice.
For the next 55 minutes, Brennan will engage the shooter on the phone, listening to his rants about ISIS and Syria.
They need to stop the U.S. airstrikes. You have to tell the U.S. government to stop bombing.
I understand that, but here's why I'm here right now. I'm with the Orlando Police. Can you tell me what you know about what's going on tonight?
What's going on is that I feel the pain of the people getting killed in Syria and Iraq.
Okay. So, have you done something about that?
Yes, I have.
Tell me what you did, please.
No, you already know what I did.
At the scene, officers are using the time to get as many victims out as possible.
We're trying to get people who are breathing out of here. Right.
One big concern, the shooter might try to hide among the victims.
Places that you would think only 2 people could hide, we were finding 10 people.
Officer James Hyland arrived in his personal pickup truck, which was quickly turned into a makeshift ambulance by his partner.
We didn't have any ambulances or anything there. He just started loading people up, and he just jumped in the truck, and I left it unlocked, and he was just going back and forth, doing one run after another, after another, after another.
But others could not be reached, and they used their phones to call loved ones, who then called 911 and pleaded for help.
My girlfriend's in the bathroom. There are now 4 dead in the bathroom and 2 shot. They're bleeding now. If somebody doesn't get there soon, they're going to die.
Yes, my son was shot in the club in the Pulse in Orlando, and he's still in the bathroom when he's bleeding. He got shot, and nobody's going in for it.
By tracing the phone number, negotiator Brennan had finally learned the shooter's name, Omar Mateen, a 29-year-old American-born son of Afghan immigrants, an angry and troubled man with a history of violence and failure.
Hello, Omar. This is Andy from Orlando Police.
At some point, you start to call him Omar.
Yes, if you introduce a level of familiarity and there's less opportunity that this person is going to be depersonalized.
But then the negotiator hears words from Mateen that quickly change the dynamic for everyone inside the nightclub.
By the way, there's some vehicles outside that have some bombs, just to let you know. Your people are going to get it, and I'm going to ignite it if they try to do anything stupid.
Okay, I understand that, and I'll pass that along. Can you tell me what vehicle? Because I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
No. But I'll tell you this, it can take out a whole city block almost.
A frantic search begins outside the club for the shooter's car, and once more, the threat escalates.
I have a vest.
Okay, you have a vest.
Hey.
I understand that. Okay, and so what kind of vest are you talking about? Is it a bullet-resistant vest? Is it a bomb vest?
No. It's what they use in France.
It's what they use in France.
I gotta go.
Guys, we're getting a report of that somebody in one of the bathrooms may have an explosive device strapped to him. Just so you guys know, in the building, you may not want to stay there.
But not a single officer pulled back to safety.
You're in it to win it.
You weren't going to leave?
No.
Now, the police prepare to move in.
Go in there, man.
When we return.
Keep coming. We're all this way.
I'm behind you.
After the smoke cleared and the gravity of the massacre was realized, 49 people lost their lives, while 53 were injured, and countless lives were destroyed forever. Rest in peace to the people that lost their lives in the Pulse Nightclub massacre.
All right, dude.
That's it. Fuck,
That's
man, that's sad as shit, man.
It's just the 911 calls are so fucking sad, and then the body cam footage, and there was some other audio that I was going to put in.
But it's 2016, so like there's so many videos of like Snapchats and things like that. I mean, it's just you can see so much going on in like basically real time. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, because like previous to this was like the biggest at the point that this happened. I think
Virginia Tech
was number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I believe so.
So, like in Virginia Tech, it was 2007, and yeah, there's nobody on their iPhones filming this shit. And honestly, I still get shocked, like really shocked, when people are filming this stuff happening.
Mm-hmm. Like, how are you? Like, hang on, let me take my phone out.
Let me take my phone out and make
press
sure
record.
Yeah, make sure everybody like.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Like I don't know. Maybe it's just. But I mean, I guess it's good that they do because some of the shit's used as evidence.
For sure.
Or to, if they go to a jury trial, they're able to sway the jury by showing these videos.
Right.
But Mateen was
a POS.
He was just a whirlwind of like almost every single thing that you need to be wrong with you to do this. This guy had it.
Mm-hmm. And reading on this, there's some eyewitness accounts stating that he was like running around the room like laughing and just shooting into bodies on the ground.
Yeah. Well, there was another guy that was talking about like when he heard I think he was on MSNBC or something. He was being interviewed and he was talking about how he was at the front of the bar when the first 4 shots came out, and then he was like standing there like, I don't know what this is, because he thinks it might be the DJ or whatever. And then more shots, and then people are running past him. And he's looking down and he's covered in blood. And he doesn't know if it's his blood, somebody else's blood. So he's like looking for gunshot wounds on himself. And then he watches 2 of his friends just get dropped right next to him. Pow, pow. Like,
Jesus, man.
Yeah. So
how do you recover from something like that?
You don't. You just don't. You might be able to be taught how to live with it, but there's no way. I mean, especially something like the police, when they breached, they came over the radio and said, man, these numbers are going to be astronomical. Because if you think about it, just 49 people laying on the ground is a lot, but then when you add another 53 that are laying there injured.
Yeah, it's like fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, 300 people, like the nightclub wasn't all that big, so you know what I mean? Like it was kind of,
And there's really only a few spots that they're going to be at that time, and it's the bar or the dance floor.
Right.
And that's it.
Right? Yeah, you figure bars closing, you know. And I know you really wanted to talk about this police officer, the off-duty police officer.
Yeah, because he's a bad motherfucker. Because,
He is.
you hear the shots, and he's a trained police officer, and Gruler, that was his name, right? Gruler, Officer Gruler? He knows the sound of that type of rifle. He definitely does. And he knows that the little fucking thing that he has
is no match.
It's no match, but it's their only hope.
Right.
So, I mean, the fact that he runs towards that sound and he's just like, click, clack, click, clack, like shooting at this dude, that's some gangster shit, man. You know, and that's what people are supposed to do, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Or police officers, you know? Yeah, and, you know, wasn't there like a cop at Parkland that didn't go in?
He didn't go in.
So this Gruler's the exact opposite of that pussy that didn't go into Parkland.
Yeah. He's one of the good ones.
Yes, he is. I don't know what we're going to be covering for the next micro. I know I had a lot of stuff that I was looking at, but we've been bouncing this idea about this new Patreon tier where it's like $1, and then you get to have once a month these episodes called Unholy Episodes, and a lot of the stuff that I have saved in my phone would definitely be Unholy Episodes because they're about terrible things that I just keep saying.
Well, and that's going to be with somebody else too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, yeah. So we'll let you guys know when we figure it out. But we hope you enjoyed this micro, all of you Patriotinis. I don't know what
I don't know what that is, but let's never use that word again.
Yeah, okay. All right, Patriotinis. All right, well, Rob, good job today.
Hey, same to you, my friend.
All right, guys, find me in the dark. Out.
Peace.